sensitive? Why everybody so sensitive? Does anybody even give? We feeling babies up with medicine. Yeah.
Ooh, sipping on juice, sitting in the coupe, thinking about school, thinking about you. Come through, sniffing on blue, sniffing on.
What's up, everybody? My name is Chris Mohead, aka Rob Savage, and we're here again with another episode of 600 Seconds with HYLO Art. And before we get started, I just want to make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, because today we got a very special guest in the building who goes by the name of
DARIUS Robinson. Y'all can call me DMR, which stands for Dreams, Memories, and Reality.
Y'all give it up for DARIUS Robinson, aka DMR. I like it. How you doing today, bro?
Oh, I'm good. I'm blessed.
Man, that's what's up. We all blessed. We all blessed to be here. Before we even get started, I want you to look at that camera and let the people know what it is that you do.
Well, as DMR/DMR Solutions, we do outreach work with the youth. We deal with artists, photography, trash removal, landscaping, carpentry. I mean, we do a worldwide of things up under the umbrella. So it's just not just one thing that we do.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Multifaceted, hardworking. You know what I'm saying? That's great. How'd you get started?
Well, back in D.C., I'm originally from Washington, D.C., Southeast. And growing up, you know, we didn't have too much. We had regular music, but we normally had go-go music. You know, so I grew up with the go-go beat. You know, so dealing with that and growing up in that environment, and you know, and my father, he was a hard worker, so I always had to work. And he was always an entrepreneur, so I just knew I'm gonna grow up to work for myself, do for myself, you understand, provide for my family. And man, it was like, it wasn't no stopping me. I wouldn't allow, if I was rapping, I'd still go and paint. If I was a painter, I'd still go write a book. Finish writing a book, I could still go and do anything that I wanted to do. It wasn't just one thing that I wanted to do. You understand? I didn't just have myself stuck in just doing one thing, like just a rapper. You understand? No, it's more avenues that you could pursue other than just one thing. So that's what I started doing. I started that entrepreneur thing, and that was it. I took off from there.
Yeah, man, I feel that completely, because something gonna take off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well do it. If you ain't doing nothing else but sitting down, kicking your feet up, you might as well, you know, go out and do multiple things.
All doors are open.
Yeah, exactly. You talked about your pops. Is that one of your biggest influences? And you know, you mentioned him inspiring you to, you know what I'm saying, to work hard and have your own stuff. Who are some of your other influences?
Right. Well, my father, you know what I'm saying, and he's from Jamaica. So I grew up listening to Bob Marley, Jeff, all them guys from Jamaica. And every Sunday morning he playing that Jamaican music. But when I was 16, I came home. I was incarcerated because I had a stolen car beef in Virginia. So when I came home, I ran into my probation officer named Tyrone Parker. At the time, I didn't know, you know, he was Fat Rodney's father, one of the guys that played in the go-go band. So what happened, we was beefing in our neighborhood. You understand? And we were one of the worst neighborhoods in D.C. So when I came home from jail, I was automatically in it. But Tyrone Parker was coming around, and I didn't know that he was the guy. And we had squashed, we had set the guys down at the table. I was 16 years old. We set both ends of the crews at the table, squashed that beef, and settled it like men. You understand? And from there, I've been on TV, flying across the world, man, just going into communities, helping people. And Tyrone Parker, man, he always had a smile. He always motivated me, and that was my second father. I mean, it was like I had two fathers. You understand? Man, I had a nice little raising. I had a nice little backbone behind me.
Yeah, now that's a great story, man. Like almost like your journey started when you put away the beef and the, you know what I'm saying, and started to move forward like grown men. Like I definitely like that. I like that, man. Talk to us about DMR Solutions.
Well, it started with my name, Darius Marion Robinson. And I wanted to come up with something because I used to see the guys from New York, they got Sean John, and you know, they got their own clothing line. And I'm like, man, I want my own clothing line. And in DC, they had Hobo, Shot of Sports, you know, things like that. And I was like, I want my own clothing line so people could wear my stuff and I ain't got to keep wearing other people's stuff. So I had it. It really didn't jump off until I moved down South Carolina. In DC, I still was on TV and things of that nature, but the DMR thing didn't kick off until I moved down here. And once I moved down here, everything started falling in order. Like my music up in DC, my computer, it'll play it, but it wouldn't play it like it's supposed to play. You know, and my cameras wouldn't never work like they supposed to work. And when I do my filming, it would never film the way I needed, and I couldn't edit it because I was in so much stuff, and I was still in the streets. Regardless of squashing the beef, I was still in the streets. I had to wing my way off of the streets, out of that world. And man, once I moved down here, I hooked up everything that I had hooked up in DC, and everything started working properly. And I say, now when I was in DC, this wasn't working. The beat machine couldn't work for nothing. As soon as I got here, I got in that apartment, everything started working, and I took off from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's funny how you journey, you know what I'm saying, how life goes, man. Like, it's like you was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell us a story behind you becoming an entrepreneur. Well, you kind of did, but just elaborate on that, man. Like, you know, what led to you becoming an entrepreneur, like starting your own business and everything like that.
Well, I always could keep a job. You understand? Yeah. But it got to a point where it's though that I was still getting incarcerated, and people wouldn't hire me because of my background. And it was like my father, he got his trash company. So I'm talking to my mother one day, and she like, you want to get your own trash truck? And I'm like, yeah. So we went and found the first trash truck my mother and them ever had. The very first one. My mother found it. We went and bought it, fixed it up. So now we got 2 dump trucks. Oh, man, we controlled the whole D.C. You couldn't tell Robinson and Sons nothing. You understand? Man, uptown, northwest, you see them trucks riding through, hauling trash, demolition, it ain't matter. We was in it. You know, so I just kept that going. And I said, man, look, I already wrote a book trying to get it published, you know, and I was writing music, had my music on. That's like, shoot, I had my hand in everything because I wouldn't just let one thing just hold me back. So with that being said, man, I just kept it moving, and it ain't nothing like your own. You know, because when somebody fire you, it's almost like getting put out your house with your girlfriend, and your girlfriend put you out. You understand? When they fire you, it's like, dang, you know. So I wanted my own, where nobody can fire me. I'm in control of my own destiny and my own fate.
Okay. Word, man. What current projects do you have in the works, or future projects you're working on right now?
Well, right now, I'm about to start the podcast. My DMR podcast, we're going to get that up and running. And I have my magazine. It's called We Winning, Stop the Killing. Where it's though that I have people, outreach workers that's out there in the streets with these kids, helping these kids to get into this magazine. And we talk about, I have artists too also that been in their streets and how they came out. And basically that's what I'm working on.
Okay, word. You know what I'm saying? Since you do music, you know, we do music too.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what's in your playlist, like what you listening to.
Well, I listen to 18 Vino, may rest in peace. You understand? But I still listen to the old school, MC8. Daggone, I still listen to Ice Cube, you know,
like West
Spice
Coast,
One.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up off those guys. Like Nas, you know, like he used to just hit your brain cells. You understand? Tupac, DMX, Biggie, them boys used to hit hard, and that's what raised me. And I was raised in that era. So like most of the music that I'm hearing now, you know, it's the same music. It's the same song. It sounds the same. So it's like, you know, I really can't get into too many of them. But like 18 Vino, he used to sleep on my couch. You understand? I almost raised him. You understand? From when he came up with my kids. You understand? I had custody of my kids since they was born. You dig? So they grew up down here. So, man, and I just be in it. I like Panessa. She good. I like her. I like her singing.
Yeah, shout out Panessa.
We got Latasha Reeves.
Oh yeah.
She got a nice little mellow flow.
Oh yeah.
You understand? Shoot, who else we got? It's an ass of people, man. And especially the artists that I deal with now. You understand? Even you, like when you came and performed at my show.
Appreciate you.
Oh, man, that thing was awesome. You hear me?
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, Tito Gonzalez.
Shout out Tito, yeah.
Big G. Yeah, man.
Nah, that's what's up, man. You know, we also do films too, so we curious to know what's your favorite movie? What you watch?
Well, I love the 5 Heartbeats, bro.
5 Heartbeats. My mama loves that movie.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, man.
Classic, man.
Yeah. Eddie Kane Jr. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's my thing right there. And that's how I started getting into the comedy thing. You understand? Like on my birthday was Sunday.
Happy birthday. Happy
Thank
belated.
you. We went out there to North Carolina with Bubba Douglas. And one of the guys that put me on in DC on the stage, he was hosting it. And I looked and I said, hold up. I know that guy. Dang it. Don't worry about it. It'll come to me. Yeah. But and then I met him, and then he remembered. You understand? This was like 15, 16 years ago, way before I even thought about coming down here. I was on the stage doing comedy, and so, you know, with my music and everything. So boom, man, we hooked up, and like, I'm about to get back into my comedy thing. You understand? It's like so much stuff that be going on. I'm about to get back into my comedy thing, like real heavy, real life. Yeah.
Okay, word. That's what's up, man. If you could collab with one creative, dead or alive, who would it be?
Well, I probably go with I go with the living, you know, and I probably go with Nas.
Nas.
Yeah.
That'd be a solid.
I still love Nas music, man. He just give you a different vibe. You understand? And he teaching knowledge.
Yeah,
you understand? It ain't just shoot 'em up, bang bang. He take you through the whole atmosphere. You understand? From the top to the bottom, everything you're gonna go through, your trials and tribulations, what to look for, what to expect if you want to deal and still be out on the streets, everything. And it just taught me a lot. And I always love the Nas. That's my man.
Yeah, man. Shout out. Much respect to Nas, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anybody watching? Maybe need some motivation out here. Any advice at all?
Oh yeah, of course. Look, stay focused to your mission. Don't allow anybody to mess with your mission. This is your world. You understand? My world is right here, sitting right here, looking at you guys. You understand? Each and one of y'all have your own world. Don't allow anybody to come in your world and mess your world up. You understand? There's a billion worlds in this one world. You understand? Don't allow nobody to mess up your world, come in and bring you down. Whatever you want to do, can't nobody tell you that you can't. You understand? Can't nobody tell you that you can't. I do a little movie acting too.
That's right.
You hear me? For real.
Y'all give it up for that. Y'all clap it up for that. Clap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Man, before we get out of here, is there anything that you wanted to touch on that we didn't speak on today?
Yeah. It's been a long road, you know. And since I've been down South Carolina, a lot of things have changed. I done lost a lot of friends from up north and some from down here. And since I've been down here, I've been making my shirts. You know, I do rest in peace shirts, family reunions, your regular clothing line. If you want that done, I do that. If you still need your lawn cut, I still do that. You understand? Man, it's nothing is a limit to me. Sky's not even the limit. You understand? That's not a limit. You understand? Because you could go past the sky into the galaxy.
Space, yeah.
You understand? I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that supported me, my whole Winsboro crew. I love y'all. Y'all keep y'all head up. We got to fight to get out on these streets, put our boots on, get these kids to stop killing each other. You understand? We got to work harder than what we're working. We got to connect. We got to join each other. We got to get this unification down and get it back into a cycle where as though it still work better for our community. Because right now, somewhere along the line, we had dropped the ball. We start working as hard as we used to work. You understand? So now we got to get back focused. You understand? And change it. Because these kids want change. They don't want to be out there living the life that they living. But if you still teaching them that, that's all they know. If you their mother and father and they growing up in that household and all they see is that in that household and y'all giving them gratification for still doing that, then you are the problem. You need to stop it. We need to come together and we need to change it for our youth.
Hey,
rest in peace, DeMonte.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Rest in peace, 18 Vino.
We appreciate that, man. We appreciate the motivation and inspiration, man.
Yeah.
Y'all give it up for DMR, Darius Robinson.
Yeah, you can wait for me.
I couldn't get it together. Try to get my together. You could wait for me. I couldn't get it together.